Bang, bang. Hey, let's do this thing. Welcome to the very first episode of the Southern Fried Sports. Let me see if I can get my voice right here in this microphone. Let me see if I can try not to talk too loud. Don't want to strain my voice on my first episode. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but oh well. Because I'm going to talk louder anyway, because that's what I do. I talk loud. I try to talk proud. And so, welcome into the first episode of Southern Fried Sports, man. Hey, it has been an interesting week. I saw a wreck at the gas station today. Lady was going entirely too fast, way too fast. And apparently, since I stayed and witnessed it, the gentleman was able to get away without getting an at-fault ticket. And so, kudos for me staying there and telling the honest truth about what happened. I mean, that's what we're going to try to deal with on this show. It's facts. We're going to give you honesty. We're going to give you facts. Hopefully my connection is working all right here. Sorry if you guys are struggling. I'll look into this if I'm having any trouble. But I do have a few things I want to tell you about. So, as I said, it's been a crazy week, but I can tell you this. I am more prepared for this first episode of Southern Fried Sports with your Southern Fried gentleman right here, JD. That is me, Southern Fried gentleman, Southern Fried Sports. We're going to dive into high school football, Gamecocks, Clemson Tigers, Carolina Panthers, and as soon as I get you guys in here commenting, which actually, let me get back to my screen over here. I got one. My man Shane Barrett in the house. So yeah, appreciate you, my man Shane, for being here. Listen, J Dizzle, for Rizzle, just like Snoop Dogg, D-O double G, lighting the torch for the Olympics. And that's one thing I was going to mention, actually, Shane. Thank you for leading me there a little bit. Man, everybody's twisted about the Olympics. Everybody's twisted on the internet right now about a lot of things. Gamecocks obviously just trademarked Beamer ball. That's been a hot topic. I'm just telling y'all, I have no opinion. I'm not getting into that one. Y'all can fight that battle amongst yourselves, all right? I'm gonna stay out of that one. But man, dude, everybody's unhinged on the internet with the Olympics introduction. Man, everything in between. It is so crazy to see all this stuff going on. And like I said, that's not what this show is going to be about. We're not going to spew hate. I'm here to unify the people. And that is why I came up with this show. And so, like I said, I'm going to be more prepared than Deshaun Foster for his opening comments at Big Ten Media Days. Holy cow. Did y'all see this? I hope his football team is more prepared than he is. How did you not know you were supposed to give an opening statement? Literally, everybody makes fun of Shane Beamer and other coaches for either talking too long or not talking long enough. And here you are, you didn't even know you need to make an opening statement. And he's just like, yeah, we're excited. We're in LA. So is USC. Cool. Anybody got any questions? I mean, literally, like I said, I'm more prepared tonight for that first episode. So, again, let me get one other random thought in here before I go into my Gamecock stuff. Las Vegas Raiders. Trey Taylor. 7th round pick from the Air Force. Hey, not a good idea, bruh. Not a good idea to poke the bear. I mean, we all know that one. But my advice to you is don't poke the frog. How are you going to come out with a Kermit the Frog puppet when they have owned your stadium owned your conference, owned your team, and you're 10 days away from maybe not even making the team. Whereas Patrick Mahomes is, I don't know, 10 years or so continuing to rule that conference. Now, granted, I am not picking the Chiefs to three-peat, so I wanted to squeeze that one in there for you. I think there's going to be a few distractions this year, man. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, Patrick Mahomes is a father now. We all know the distractions that come with being a father. So three-peating is hard. Two-peating is hard enough, and that's one stat. I'm actually going to look that up for everyone. I'm going to figure out what the percentage was of teams that two-peated and also the amount of teams who three-peated, which there ain't but a couple. There are not very many that have three-peated, so I think it's going to be very hard for the Chiefs to three-peat. So there's my little random topics to get you into the show. I'm going to take a little break. All right, I'm going to wet my whistle. I'm right on time, what I want to be. My next segment is going to be a little bit more. Y'all give me just one moment. Y'all give me your thoughts, though. Did y'all see the Deshaun Foster thing? What were your thoughts on that? Did y'all see anybody picking on Patrick Mahomes? Because, hey, that's just not a good idea. As we said, poking the bear, poking the frog, poking an alligator, poking JD, poking anybody out there on Gamecock Twitter or Clemson Tigers Twitter. Don't poke nobody. Don't poke. Just let's all be honest. Let's all be kind. Let's all have a good time, which is what we're going to do after I take a 30-second break, wet my whistle, and I'm going to tell y'all about some Gamecock football coming up right after this. Bang, bang. And I'm back just like that. Hey, me and Shane, we got a little comment going over on the side. My man Mark Livingston over here checking in says, what's up? No team has ever three-peated. Not in the NFL. There have been some three-peats, though, I do believe, in other sports. I might be wrong. But in the NFL, you're absolutely correct. No team has ever three-peated in the NFL. I don't know if y'all can hear my dog going crazy behind me. Sorry if you can. She's a husky. She's literally like howling right now. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But anyways, let me get into some Gamecock football. Hey, we're right here. We're real life, man. That's what makes us so great. We're just welcoming you into the life of JD. Hey, I got the house to myself, actually, except for my cats and my dog tonight, which, as I said, you can hear the dog probably barking in the background. But Gamecocks, listen, I know a lot of you guys are optimistic. I do not blame you whatsoever for being optimistic. I'm actually optimistic about a few pieces of our team, and I know our schedule is very difficult. As I've said on, previous shows before, I'm still hung in like the 4-win, 5-win range. But don't get me wrong. Once I see the play on the field, my opinion very well could change on this, okay? It all depends on if Sellers looks as absolutely dynamic as we all expect him to be. If he can be the running and throwing quarterback that we think he can, and if Rocket Sanders comes in and is the running back that we think he can be. Now, I will say this, and please don't take any slight. I am worried a little bit about the wide receiver room. I mean, yeah, we've got Luke Doty now as an athlete, Nick Harbor. The other wide receivers' names escape me right now, obviously. But I think it's very important to know. We can be great. We can be 8-4. We can. But we can all sit here and say whatever we want to say about it. And it's just what we think. We don't know what we don't know. All right. And so what I will say we do know though is, man, I'm excited about this defensive back room. We got Emenwari, DQ Smith, Kilgore brothers. We have some returners coming back. We got Mokaba, Tonka Hemingway, Huntley. I hope the defense picks up where they left off last year. I really, really, I thought Clayton White was getting fired, y'all. I really did. And yeah, Mark, thank you for coming over here. We have 3 decent running backs. Yes, man, we have a ton of transfer portal talent that came in. Fingers crossed. But as of right now, I'm still more on the pessimistic side. I need to see better third down conversion rate on offense. And here I'll dive into what could the recipe for success for the Gamecocks mean this year? What do they need to be good at? What recipes? What ingredients do they need? And I will say they need improved third down conversion rates on offense and defense. That's pretty obvious. Obviously, I think they need to eliminate plays that are 10 or more on defense. We give up way too many plays that should be 5 or 6 yards that turn into 10 and 13. And then not only that, there are the other plays that are 1 to 3 yards that turn into 8 and 9 yard gains. So, the recipe really, I think it's quite simple. It's just a matter of executing it. And so, Mark, yeah, I hear you, man. I love this roster. And I'll tell you one thing, too. I'll compare it to, or one thing that I like, really. I really like the fact that the starting quarterback and the backup quarterback are the same type of quarterback. Because that means if Sellers goes down, you don't have to retailor your entire offense to fit your backup quarterback. And I feel like that's something that's lost on a lot of football teams. Think even the Falcons this year. Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix. You're going to have to change the offense a little bit. If Kirk goes down and Penix comes in, they're not the same quarterback. You can't play the same style of football. And so that's one positive I do like about the Gamecocks this year is that we do have, Ashford and Sellers. I really love Rocket. Man, they said he is a leader of the team. I love the offensive line we've brought in. I just need to see the play on the field. I'm going to withhold judgment until we see the play on the field. And like I said, defensive side of the ball, we've got some pieces coming back. I need to see better play calling. It can't be 4-2-5 cover 3 every play. Because, we've absolutely been torched. So I need to see the defense giving up 15 to 18 points a game. I need to see the offense running for $120 to $150 a game. Hang 200 to 250 yards passing on that. There's several recipes for success. I can sit here and talk about them all day, though. And it's all about, the execution on the field, though, at the end of the day. And so that's just me getting started out here on Southern Fried Sports. It is your boy, Jay Dizzle. Don't forget, go follow me at JDY@06. Make sure you tuned in right here. Rowdy Rooster in the house here. Let me show a few comments real quick. We got my man Rowdy Rooster in the house. We got Bang Bang, Mark Livingston in the house. And, of course, one of my all-time favorites. Oh, I hit it too quick. Shane Barrett, my main man. Hey, appreciate y'all being here. I've given my Gamecock takes, all right? I've got one more thing I'm going to dive into, and then, hey, that's going to be the end of the episode. We're going to get in, we're going to get out, we're going to get gone. Tell a few jokes along the way. Hey, if you want to tell any jokes, I'm down to hear some jokes over here. So y'all let me hit a break again real quick. Don't forget, like, follow, share, subscribe. The content is only going to get better. And then the more people I got commenting over here, like Rowdy Rooster, my man, Josh Williams, of course, Twinkie, my man. The more y'all stay over here commenting, the more I can just read. All right. I know I'm hard to deal with. I'm brash. I'm difficult. I'm a diva. I'm a little squirt. I'm all of those negative words that you want to say. But again, I'm here to unify the people. All right. So we're coming right back. Give me about 15, 30 seconds. And I've got one more thing about the Carolina Panthers and the NFL. And then it's time to say good night, people. All right. So y'all hold tight. One moment. Okay. And bang, bang. Welcome back. Southern Fried Sports. Southern Fried Sports with your man, JD Wyatt, the Southern Fried Gentleman. It is going to be our last segment of the day. I'm going to go ahead and show you one comment right here. Mark Livingston, go Eagles. As long as you didn't say go Cowboys, you are more than welcome here, my good sir. Appreciate you being here, Mark. No doubt. And again, hey, even if you're a Cowboys fan, I appreciate the Cowboys fans too, man. They fixed Tripp's go-kart. I put a Cowboy sticker on Tripp's go-kart switch this one time. Man, that sucker, it's been working right ever since. That choke switch with that Cowboy sticker on it. Now, I might have to replace it with a Ravens sticker eventually. Maybe. If Lamar continues to choke in the playoffs. But let me get to my NFL stuff. As I said earlier, do not poke the frog. Don't poke the frog. That's not a good idea. Patrick Mahomes is still one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I think he might solidify himself with a few more wins, absolutely without a doubt. But yeah, don't poke him, man. Listen, all right, they already got enough drama and everything else going on, fighting at practice. There's no need to pick on the man. And what's even crazier, though, is all of these teams now reeling. They are reeling to sign the next big quarterback of their future. And I've heard this stat before. There's only 2 quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl without making more than 12 or 13% of their salary. I forget that number exactly. But Steve Young and Patrick Mahomes are the only 2. And as a matter of fact, the only other quarterback that's won a Super Bowl other than Mahomes or Tom Brady in the last 5 years is named Matthew Stafford. And he's not even up there. I mean, he's paid, but he's not paid like with all these new guys. And so I really believe now would be the time to capitalize for the Texans with CJ Stroud. I mean, we can't even include Green Bay anymore with Jordan Love. They just paid him $250 million. I mean, it's just like, you get $250 million. You get $250 million. Tua, who was 1-6 against playoff teams last year and literally winless in weather under 45 degrees, 0-7, I think it is. And you get $250 million. Y'all are all going to regret paying these quarterbacks that money. Now, you can sit here and say it's the market. It's what it demands. But no. That's never been the winning recipe. San Francisco 49ers, they still got Brock Purdy, one more year making $750,000. You got CJ Stroud. You got JJ McCarthy just drafted to the Vikings. Several other rookie quarterbacks. And I can tell you now, I feel like all of these teams that just signed all of these quarterbacks to these big contracts, they're going to be hurting. They're going to regret it. I mean, you can't tell me they're not going to. Because, I mean, first of all, you got to go beat Mahomes. Oh, guess who I haven't even mentioned yet? Joe Burrow. He got paid too, but also he's beat Mahomes before when he was healthy. Now, being healthy, best ability is availability. But man, yeah, that's what I want to sum all this up with. I think that this is all madness. Paying these quarterbacks that money. I'd much rather, pay a defensive end, 2 of them, 2 good offensive linemen. Who just wide receivers, running backs? Man, maybe not running back. We all know that market went. So maybe not a running back. But yeah, I'm not investing all that money into a quarterback. And so I'm happy to see, though, that the Panthers did invest in the offensive line this year. They signed several free agents. I like what they got going on with the rookie Xavier Legette, obviously, as a Gamecock. Let me go back here. I got a few comments coming in. Rowdy Rooster says the Panthers have a solid squad. Injuries on the back end really hurt them. O-line play especially. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm so happy about the offensive line free agents that they brought in. And yeah, with Dave Canales, I think Dave Canales is going to be a big deal to have. He's already proven he can do it with other short quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield, and Bryce Young. So yeah, I'm not trying to get my hopes up too much on the Panthers this year. But I'm still looking like 5-12. I just don't. We're a couple of years away. And then yeah, back to what you said, the Jordan Love contract. Here's what's crazy. I don't get to lay out of work because I don't like what I'm getting paid. Do you get to do that? Does anybody out there listening that's hearing me, do you get to lay out of work because you signed a contract and you don't like how much you paying or getting paid? Like, no, I got to show up every day. I got to put in the work every day. What? Bunch of divas, man. Miss me with all that crap. You signed a contract. If you didn't like it, you shouldn't have signed it in the first place. Right? Right. Yep. Another one. Rowdy Rooster here. Way too much guaranteed money with Deshaun. Yeah, I didn't even mention Deshaun. Good luck with that one, Cleveland Browns. And then Mark Livingston. Let me end it up with this one. Mark Livingston. I'm GM, went ahead and extended hurt. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. Yep. Hey, Philly, I'm surprised they fell off last year. That's the good thing about the NFC East is there hasn't been a repeat winner in 19 years. And that's kind of the same thing with the NFC South. Now, Tampa won it last year. I don't think the Saints or the Panthers are going to win it. And so that would leave the Falcons. But I'll have to get back with you on that one. I don't know if I want to pick the Falcons to win the NFC South. And yeah, I would absolutely pick the Eagles, though, to win the NFC East this year. Dallas, I think they lost a lot with Dan Quinn. I do. With Dan Quinn, they lost a lot. And with all that being said, y'all, thank y'all very much for being here. Shane, Rowdy Rooster, my man, Twinkie, Mark Livingston, hey, thank you for being here. This is just the first episode, all right? Just the first little tidbit of what we're going to get into. I am here to unify the people. Y'all be kind to one another, dang it. Y'all be honest. Y'all be blessed. And don't be stressed. And let me hit this generic little out video. And I love y'all much.